Hello, I hope you are all doing very well today. Forgive me for this poorly recorded video. I've just been wanting to record a tutorial video for Replit as well as other vibe coding apps and AI code editors for a while. And I didn't feel comfortable enough until yesterday. Yesterday, Replit announced Agent V3. I'll explain what Agent 3 is in a second, but the TLDR short summary is they have a new AI tool that can do a lot more for you over the course of a few minutes, rather than you running into mistakes and not being able to know how to test or fix something. So today, what we're going to do is focus on Replit. And I'm going to call this an experiment because, in line with Gen Z Labs organization, I really want to allow for more education around AI tools. I know a lot of my generation and peers have amazing ideas, yet they do not have a platform to build upon them, nor do they really know, nor do they think they can do it. My goal is to really increase agency in a lot of folks, and I think this video may help. Why do you see so many images blowing up the screen? Well, this is another video I want to do. I'm going to show you how to use Lovable, as well as Bolt, as well as V0. The reason I choose Replit for this example is because I personally use Replit, and I think there's more authenticity, and I think the video will be more genuine if I go over something that I truly use for about almost an hour a day. Now, I'm going to go straight into the platform. I don't want to speak too much on this. I'll give a little bit of a, not preamble, but like post-amble after the fact. So the first thing I'm going to do is go to replit.com. It used to be repl.it, but they've called it replit.com now, thankfully. And there's two ways you can watch this video. You can either follow along as I go. I'm going to try to take my time to an extent, but I am going to speed some parts up, given that I want folks who may not be having their laptop open right now, or maybe they're not great at multitasking, for them to be able to understand what I'm doing, why I'm doing it, and how I'm doing it. And sometimes the agent takes a little bit longer, so I want to go over that. Full disclaimer, I'm going to go over some parts that do not cost money. The Replit agent, I believe you have 3 requests back and forth. I'm sure they're going to increase that amount with venture capital subsidizing. What that means is folks are going to give them money to get more customers, and to do that, they're going to give more free trials. You can send 3 messages back and forth to begin to the agent, but in this example, I'm going to be clear as to what point it would be free, clear as to what point it would be around $15, and clear as to what point it would be around $25, and clear as to what point would it be around more than $25 per month. All of this is monthly examples. So to begin, I want to ideate. A lot of you folks know a lot of problems in the world, see a lot of problems at your job, see a lot of problems in your school, see a lot of problems at your gym, see a lot of problems at your cafe, have a lot of marketing ideas, so on and so forth. So this is what we're going to want to ideate around. You're a marketing major. I would love for you to think, what kind of analytics platform or dashboard would you want to see for marketing? If you're a finance professional, hey, are there any macros that you could just incorporate into a little web page for someone to upload their Excel sheet and get the results back? If you are a computer science student, hey, is there something you've been wanting to work on but you don't have the technical skills for, and you need to start at more than a blank page? And all of these are great ideas. Are you an older individual that just wants to get up to date with these tools? Are you a younger individual who feels intimidated by these tools? Or are you someone that's not in college and you're like, hey, I don't know what's going on and I need a head start or I need a boost? I was in many of your positions. So to get started, what I'm going to do is ideate out loud. Well, I go to Baruch College. I love the college, but sometimes I find issues when it comes to resources. Folks don't know, how do I change my schedule? The FAQ page might be on a CUNY page, the university page, but not the college page. I don't know if there's an AI tool for the college. There is one, but it's not very clear. That's one problem I'm thinking of. Another problem I'm thinking of is, let's say, my homework. I can't keep track of my homework. I put it on Google Calendar. The notifications come through sometimes and not other times. I don't like using a platform that's only for calendar. I'd rather get notifications on another platform, one that I'm more commonly using, or anything else of the sort. I'm not going to go over a million things. I know you guys all have a million ideas. The trick is, think of a problem, think of a few solutions, and think of, is there any way technology or software is like a visual and things when it comes to programming, not really modifying any hardware. So anything using software that I can do to solve the problem. So to get started, what I'm going to do is I would like to create, I'm going to cut this. Okay, to get started, I would like to create a personal portfolio. And there's multiple ways I can do this. What I'm going to do is I'm just going to ask Replit, make me a normal portfolio page. So to describe the idea I want to build, I'm going to start by saying, hey, I would like for you to build me a personal portfolio. My name, and you want to give it context. There's a big thing of context engineering. I'll drop some links and resources in the video as well. Context engineering is the engineering aspect or the artistic or scientific, whatever you want to say, aspect of bringing in context into the AI conversation through the input prompt or through retrieval augmented generation. But for now, we're going to focus on what we could write. So my name is Ethan. I go to Baruch. Here are the previous jobs I've had. Here is the tone I want to convey. This is for employers to see. This is because I don't personally have a page already. This is because I don't like LinkedIn or I really like LinkedIn and want another platform to use. This is because I don't really have an appealing way to create my resume. So I'm going to create a personal portfolio. Ethan Castro, and I'm going to speed the part up. I would also like to have my social media links in there. Ask me for that when you are ready. I would also like for there to be an easy for me to constantly update this site. Please read 2 pages. One that is a general overview and one that has my personal projects linked. I'd rather this be multiple pages. Multiple. Use my resume as a source of truth for what you will post on the screen. So I'm going to go into my clip. I'm going to look at my resume. Now that I have included all of this, so there's two things you can do now. You can either keep this prompt as it is if you're a great prompt engineer, or Replit has this cool little improve prompt button that I'm going to click just to show you as an example. Made it a little more clear. I'm going to hit start chat. So up to this point, right now, this is all free. You have access to what's on my screen right now. I will make a brief announcement once we get to the paid side of things. And I'm going to go over payment. I might clip it in this part or I'll go over it at the end. I would also like to make an announcement. Given that I am blessed to have a job, given that I'm blessed to go to a city university where the tuition is not insanely high, and given that I'm working on Gen Z Labs, which is an organization for Gen Z to serve those who serve us, I would like to scholarship a few folks' Replit accounts. I'm only scholarship up to 3 for 2 months. So please let me know if you're interested in that. So as we can see here, what the Replit agent has given us is a plan. It has created a plan for itself. AI does really well when you give it a plan because it will have tasks to do rather than deciding on a task each and every time. And so there's two options here. There's build the entire app and start with a design. Given that Replit Agent 3 is new, I'm not so sure what the cost would be for building the entire app, but I am very confident it would be more than start with a design. So what I'm going to do for folks is start with a design. I want this to be as simple as possible for many folks, and I think starting with a design is better. As you can see here, it's telling us a few different things. I would like to go over an overview of some awesome things Replit has. You can download the Replit app on your phone and do everything I'm doing here on your phone. You can also install a database or have a database brought in to your Replit website or a Replit project, in this case, a portfolio. Let's say theoretically you want people to make accounts on your Replit website to maybe store information or to have things in memory or to just save where they are. I don't know what that website would be. I can show you my other websites. I'm going to go over that at the end, what I do in Replit authentically. And you can just ask Replit add a database. It will then do so. You can have logins for your website. And the reason I love Replit for this is because it's just a one request and click process. I know other platforms like Lovable are integrating with Supabase, which is another database provider. I will not go into that right now. Maybe I'll do a little nerding out at the end, but I personally think Replit is great for all of this. And so I'm going to go over some of the things that are on the screen right now. Replit just revamped the UI, so it's actually perfect that I didn't make this video prior. Replit tries to make this look a little bit like a browser. So we have tabs on the top. If I click New tab, I can go into publishing. Do I want to publish my app? How do I want to publish it? Do I want to connect a domain name? Integrations, I could connect it to outside services. As you can see here, I could connect it to OpenAI if I want to include AI features, Gemini, Claude, Perplexity, so on and so forth. Stripe, if I want to add payments. I can also have app storage. This is where like I store videos and images and things of the sort if I want to include them on the website. Authentication, have folks log in. I could create a login page. Security scanner, it automatically scans for any security errors. Okay, I can see that it's created an image for me. I didn't want that, but this is why you have to be clear. Oh, it has also created other AI. Great. And then secrets. There's a thing called API keys, application program interface keys. These are what like the keys or the tools or the outside account information, the external information that folks like OpenAI or Google will give you if you want to use their technology on your platform. And Replit stores it for you so you can constantly refer it. The assistant is different than the agent, given that it's more niche and specific if you have a question or want to make a specific edit. Code search, let's say you're an upcoming developer, maybe you know a little bit about TypeScript or Python or JavaScript, language you're programming in, and you know that you're like, hey, I think this error is coming from this one line that I saw the Replit agent make. Let me just try to look up the line of code. You can do that there. The console, view the terminal output after running your code. You can see some of the errors. You can see different things of the sort. Developer, you'll be able to see more of the developer tools that Replit has for you. Docs, Replit Docs, just opens a Replit website in here. It's a documents page. I think this was built on this cool thing called Mintlify, where you can ask questions about the docs. You can build something from scratch, import from GitHub. GitHub is where people store code for the most part. If we go into Playground, you can view automations. Let's say theoretically there's some test cases or the Replit agents like, hey, in order to make sure this feature works, I'm going to have it do this thing whenever I test it, and you can see what it did there. The shell, you can see things through a command line interface. You can see how the app is working on the back end. That's just a high level abstraction for that. User settings, you can modify things. Do you want the agent to make a noise? Where do you want the agent to be? What font size do you want the agent to have? Things of the sort. And then there's more down there. But right now, I want us to see what Replit agent is making. We can see that as of right now, it is making us different pages on this website. This doesn't look so good right now, as this is a visual preview of your application's building blocks. The agent is currently creating a fully interactive version. Awesome. Let's keep going in. And yes. And so you can also see the code in Replit. I don't know if it's allowing me to check that right now, given that it's not done. But yes, you can go into files and you can see what code it is writing. For example, on the About page, I can see that it has started writing code. And so if you're a programmer or you're a CS student and you're like, hey, I don't like building technical projects, but I like making modifications, as do I, you can go into the code itself. And let's say you want to learn how to code. This is a way to learn how to code. You can see how did it do the way it did it. And then the second you modify the code, it shows it in the preview. So you can see everything through this interface. It's all online. You don't need to local host anything on your own laptop. And I think it's very helpful for most folks. And I'm going to show you some more options. So there's build and there's plan. Build is telling the agent, do this for me. Plan is telling the agent, make a plan for the work you're going to do based off of what I ask you to do. It helps it make better responses. You can upload files, attach files there. And you could also modify, do you want it to use a higher powered model? It's about 25% more expensive. So that's like using Claude 4 Sonnet versus Gemini 2.5 Pro. You don't need to get into that if you don't know about that. Max autonomy, it deepens the scope of agent tasks to maximize autonomy. It'll just go on for a longer amount of time before giving you the output. App testing, make sure things works. Things generally work, so if you don't want to spend more time or more cost, you can turn that off. And then there's also web search and image generation. I'm going to turn image generation on because I don't care for it. What the web search feature does is, let's say you go to Baruch College and the app decides, hey, I want to learn about Baruch College to include a detail in the page. It can then look up Baruch College and find information on that. And then if we go to history, we can see there's no history because the agent is currently running. And as this all is being done, you can invite a collaborator in Replit where you can work real time together. And I'm going to send you all a refer a friend link after this. Maybe you could get a discount. Maybe I could get some points. I don't care if I get points. I just want you to get a discount. But you can add multiple people by email. I can add my other email, or I can add my Gen Z Labs email, which you can contact me at, and I can hit invite there. And so, as you can see, there's a pending invitation there. Private join link. Anyone with this link can edit files. If I want to publish the app, I can publish it at this name or however I want to customize it. Ethan example.replit.app, and the link will be available. Also, you'll see in a second, you can use the app as it is building, and you can see like, is this ready to be published? And you can make modifications without showing it on the back end. Some advanced settings. This is not so important as of right now. And publishing makes your app available for anyone to use. And I believe everyone is allowed, all the free accounts are allowed one published site, I believe. As we can see here, it is slowly almost done making my website. This is better than the resume I actually had. And then you can see different things here. It has created different tools or different points for the projects I'm working on. And this is all extremely accurate. What I'm going to do to prove it to you is I'm going to pull up my resume and let's compare it. So as you can see here, PlayLab, BGP Group, went to Brooklyn College, went to Baruch, going to Baruch. And if we go into about, let's see if it has my job, has my other job, has my other job, has this college and has this college. My mission is exactly what I put. The about me is exactly what I put. The LinkedIn link, I did not give it the LinkedIn link yet, so it does not know it. I put this image, given that that's not me. I'm not going to say that's great, but it's there. The about page. So this is a single page, and as I requested, the other pages are just going to be the project pages. That would require me using the agent a little bit more, but maybe we'll go over that actually. And then as you can see here, get in touch. What kind of opportunity is this? Let's say you want some services from me, or you want to offer me a job or speaking engagement. You just have questions. You'll be able to put it in here. You'll be able to send me a message theoretically. And so as you can see here, there's also an option on the bottom left to connect to Notion. What is Notion? Notion is this really cool website. You can write blogs, you can organize your materials, you can create a database. It's really simple. It looks really good. I'm not going to connect right now, but that is something you can do. And then now that it's created the preview of this app, I'm going to leave it at this. If I want to make more, what I'm going to do is I'll create a Replit video or experiment part 2. But there's two things I can do. I can keep iterating on the design and build a functionality later, or I can build the functionality now. Now, what does it mean by build functionality? If I click a compass, it will be able to show me the demo. If I click PlayLab, it'll be able to show the PlayLab platform. If I were to click my previous jobs, it'll open up a page about the job. If I click LinkedIn, it'll be able to show it, or my GitHub. And so what I'm also going to do now is what I really think is an important part is I'm going to show you how to publish the app. So as of right now, what I did was I clicked this publish button. It opened up a little site for me. And then it just said, do you want to publish with this URL or this title? As you can see, it's going through some things right now. It's going to say there's a lot of errors, but that's just a Replit thing. And right now it is going to publish the website on this platform. This is the development URL, so you can kind of see how the app would look like to other folks. This is better than what I currently have, because what I currently have is nothing. As you can see, it has my email. Unfortunately, my number is there, so that's there. But you can see the about me, and that's everything. What I want to show you finally is what it looks like when it's published. And remember, or not remember, but I didn't share this with you, this development link is only available for about 15 minutes. But the app link that it is creating for me now will be available indefinitely. I can search for different things. And so everything that I've shown you up to now is free. As you can see, here is my new website. I'm going to link this inside of this YouTube video in the description. This is not my actual bio entirely. That's obviously is accurate other than that. 2 research labs. This is my current GPA, AI applications, educators trained, so on and so forth. I hope this video was very helpful for you all. And now what I'm going to do is go over some more details about Replit itself. I said I was going to go over how I use Replit personally, but I think that would take way too long. So what I'm going to do is cut that part of the video. But as you can see in Replit, here are the 3 options. Ignore enterprise. So it doesn't really apply to probably anyone in this video, unless I have some cool, popular people and cool companies watching this video. But the starter is free. Explore the possibilities of making apps on Replit. You can use the Replit agent to an extent. 10 development apps with temporary links, public apps only. Replit Core, as you can see here, $25 per month. Full Replit agent access, $25 of monthly credits, unlimited public and private, access to these models, deploy and host apps, pay as you go for additional usage. So if I go over $25, I'll just pay as I go. The team plan, it's what a team plan normally is. More people can modify each other's work, see each other's work, centralized billing, so on and so forth. And you can see some more details here. If you want to just deploy an app, it would cost $1 a month. If you just want to deploy a regular website, it's completely free. There's more details here. I don't think I need to go into much more of it, given that I believe that the starter input is good enough for some of you and core is good enough for most of you. And that is about it. Some more resources are, if I go on to any of Replit's pages, I'll cut and go there in a second. Matt Palmer, let me actually just go on to that right now. If I go onto incognito tab and I look up Matt Palmer Replit, I think Matt Palmer is a really great resource. His X page is super helpful. He just posts about Replit all day long. You can even see his LinkedIn here. His LinkedIn talks about Replit. And he has a YouTube channel as well. I think all of these are very, very helpful. I hope this video was helpful for many of you. If not, please let me know how I can improve it. Also, if you really love Replit, they have some careers, open positions. I know the job market's hard, and Replit just raised a lot of money, as well as made a lot of money. So here are just some of the roles if you want to check it out. And that would be about it from me. So in today's walkthrough, we went over Replit, built a little personal portfolio site, which is right here, Ethan example Replit app. I hope this was helpful for many of you. And as I stated, please let me know if it wasn't. I would love to improve and make it so. If you have any questions, please leave a comment. I'm willing to make as many videos as possible about Replit. I think Replit is great, and I think it's a great gateway. Not only a gateway, but it's getting to the point where you might be able to deploy a production level app sooner or later. As of right now, Replit is great for prototypes. It is not yet amazing for production apps. What is a production app? Something ready to deploy into the wild for as many people as possible to use. It's really great for prototyping and showing an example of what you'd want and maybe a simple version of what you want. That's about it from me. Have a great day.